guys, what's up? Jose Acosta here, and today I am doing a review on the latest episode of AEW Dynamite. And for this one, I really can't wait to see what goes on. Of course, we have the street fight between the Les Sex Gods versus Kenny Omega and making his in-ring debut, Matt Hardy, in a street fight. I'm excited for that one. Of course, Cody will be in action tonight. And also, we got Lance Archer in action tonight as well. So, what will happen tonight? Who knows? I'm excited. Let's take this journey together and let's see what goes on. So for the first match, it was Cody versus Joey Janela. And what I liked about this match is that they had Cody keep on competing while he's getting ready for his Lance Archer match at Double or Nothing for the TNT Championship. And what a great way to pair him up against Joey Janela. And of course, it was a lot of back and forth action. Cody had most of the momentum going for him in the match. Joey Janela had his little schemes, of course, by tossing Cody neck first into the ropes. A lot of action was going to the outside. They had some great spots, like Cody hitting a disaster kick to the outside on Joey. And of course, the moonsault off of the arena down to the floor. It was awesome. And then Cody wins it with the Crossroads. And it kind of keeps the momentum going for him, so I'm really happy to see that they had this match. It was a great match. Of course, we're going to see Lance Archer later on tonight going against QT Marshall. So I'm going to be focused on that. And really hope Cody wins at Double or Nothing. I'll be watching. Let's see what happens there. The next match I'm going to be talking about is Nyla Rose versus Kenzie Page. But before I get into that match, Tony Schiavone did interview Nyla Rose. And of course, he was intimidated by Nyla. But basically, she says that she's going to be dominant whenever she is in the ring. She's going to be dominant till the end of her career, basically. And tells Tony Schiavone to sit on his ass while she takes care of business, do his job. And I like the intimidation with Nyla Rose. Now back to the match. This is Kenzie Page's first AEW. She's 18 years old, which is a pretty cool fact. And she has good speed against Nyla in the beginning, but that's still not enough to take care of the job with Nyla. She proves her dominance and hits the Swanton Bomb off the ropes and hits 3 Beast Bombs to defeat Kenzie in the beginning. So this was a squash match, but she looked pretty good in the ring. And I know sooner or later AEW is going to give her more opportunities with it, but we'll see in the future. Nyla is the dominant champion right now, but the question is, who's going to take her off her throne right now? So the next thing I'm going to be talking about is the Maxwell Jacob Freeman promo. We know that he returned to the building today, live, but he didn't compete. Instead, he had a little promo basically saying that he's the big thing, but people don't like to admit it because of the fact that they hate him. And with it, we basically get this saying that fans are comparing him to legends like Roddy Piper, Ric Flair, etc., but he'd rather be compared to himself. And he says that he's going to be returning to his throne next week when he's going to be competing in action. And this is going to be really cool to see him back in action. Plus, we were told by Tony Schiavone that Tony Khan set up a match for Double or Nothing with MJF going against Jungle Boy. And I really like to see Jungle Boy in action. And it's pretty cool that he's going to be going against Maxwell Jacob Freeman. With the fact that these two have met before, but Jungle Boy did not come out on top. So hopefully in this one, Jungle Boy takes MJF. Maybe the roles reversed. We'll be seeing at Double or Nothing. The next thing I'm going to be getting into is Shawn Spears. So he had a little promo today, and basically it's not about him fighting or anything like that. It's basically about Cody. So as you guys know, last week Lance Archer defeated Dustin Rhodes to a brutal match, and of course the person that had the towel last was Cody. And basically he was saying that he was selfish for putting his brother in danger and all these other things. basically trying to expose Cody for who he is, and that's selfish Rhodes. Basically looking for himself, saying that he can carry the Rhodes legacy. Do I think this is true? I don't think so. But, of course, he's trying to get into his skin since they have that little rivalry going on between each other. So I would like to see how this ends up. I hope Cody shuts Shawn Spears up. Who knows what happened. Alright guys, so the next match I'm going to be talking about is Frankie Khazaria versus Jon Moxley. Of course, this is the first time that Khazaria competes as a single competitor since January 2019. And to put him against the AEW World Champion was awesome to see. It was a great back and forth action between each other. One of my favorite spots was, of course, the super kick from the top of the rope down to the floor. It was really awesome. Jon Moxley took it pretty good. But, of course, Jon Moxley wins the match with a paradigm shift. And after the match, it was total chaotic after that. Because here comes the Dark Order not only attacking Jon Moxley, but attacking SCU as well, as they came down to help each other. But Brody Lee comes out, of course, hits Daniels with the chair, and then comes to the ring and targets Jon Moxley. Basically, he's saying that he's not the same person that he was back in those days with the other company, which is WWE, and that he is looking to take, he desires, and he wants the AEW World Champion and wants to face Jon Moxley in a match. Of course, Jon Moxley said, dude, all you have to do is ask and I'll give it to you. So now we're looking for a match between Jon Moxley and Brody Lee in the future. And I feel like this is going to be a good match because they have a lot to prove from each other, especially with the fact with Brody Lee. So I can't wait to see what happens with that. Who knows when it will be. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is the Brandi Rhodes promo. I love this promo. Basically, it's addressing towards Jake Roberts. As you guys know, Jake Roberts is the manager of Lance Archer. And for the past couple weeks, he's been trying to target Cody. He's been trying to target Dustin, along with the whole TNT Championship tournament. And also targets Brandi by saying some words about her. Basically, she says that he calls her like a damsel in distress, that Cody is going to be coming to save the day, but she's not that. She's Brandi Rhodes, Chief Branding Officer, of course, of AEW. She's herself. And basically, she mentioned something that her mom told her, which is, don't fuck with somebody that you don't know. He may know Cody, he may know Dustin, but he does not know Brandi. And to keep her name out of his dirty old mouth. And this promo was so good. It was awesome to see this. I liked it. And I want to see what Jake Roberts does next. Will he say something about her? Who knows? Alright guys, so for the next match, I will be discussing the QT Marshall versus Lance Archer match. Of course, QT Marshall's out there to get revenge on Lance for what he did to Dustin last week, his tag team partner. For some of you guys, well, most of you guys that know, QT Marshall's a part of the Nightmare family alongside Cody and Dustin. And Lance Archer is, of course, going to be going against Cody during the Double or Nothing for the TNT Championship on May 23rd. So kind of getting him a little practice match alongside with QT Marshall. It was going to be Lance Archer out of the way in this match. Of course, QT Marshall has some great pickups, had some great second wins. Of course, he showed off his strength with Lance Archer being 7 foot tall. But it wasn't enough. Lance Archer hits him with the blackout and hits him with that EDM claw that he has to defeat QT Marshall. Of course, Britt Baker got into it in the beginning, trying to hit QT Marshall with the shoe, but Brandi takes the shoe and throws it into the crowd. After that match ended, Britt Baker attacks Brandi Rhodes. Of course, Brandi gets hit with the DDT, gets thrown back into the ring. Lance Archer drags her into the middle of the ring, and Jake Roberts brings out a snake and lays it down on Brandi. And basically toying with her by messing with the snake, putting it around her face, putting it around her body while they're standing there laughing, taking pleasure into this. And this was pretty disgusting, but it was pretty cool at the same time. But it's going to set more fuel for Cody to try to win at Double or Nothing against Lance Archer. And I can't wait to see what happens with that. And how is Brandi going to take a revenge on not only Jake, but also on Britt Baker for doing what she did. And knowing that, it's going to be sweet, sweet revenge coming for Brandi Rhodes. Alright guys, so the next thing we're going to be talking about is Double or Nothing. As you guys know, it will be May 23rd, live on pay-per-view. And it will have 4 matches so far announced. And they are Cody versus Lance Archer for the TNT Championship, Jungle Boy versus MJF, and then today 2 more matches have been announced, which is Jon Moxley versus Brody Lee for the AEW Heavyweight Championship. And just like last year, they had a Casino Battle Royal, but this year it's a Casino Ladder match. And this one's going to be amazing to see. I've never heard of this stipulation before, but it's probably going to be like a regular ladder match. But the question is, how many people are going to be in this match? And of course, the winner of this match will have a championship opportunity with the AEW Heavyweight Championship in the future. So who's going to be in the competition and who's going to win it? I can't wait to see it. Of course, I'll be watching it May 23rd on pay-per-view. Alright guys, so for the next thing we're going to be talking about is the Darby Allin interview with Taz. So, of course, Darby lost last week to Cody. Basically did the coffin drop and got pinned with the roll-up. And Taz mentions the fact that he pinned himself with that loss to Cody. And he offers him some help, some advice, stuff like that. Of course, he's trying to talk to Darby while doing this, and Darby completely ignores him and walks out on him. And, you know, Taz is one of those people that you don't want to walk out on, but something tells me that Darby's probably going to go through a heel change soon, which really I don't mind because he's such a great competitor no matter what. I'm still going to have my praises for him. Really nice guy in general. But what's the future of Darby at this point? Who knows? So for the final one, the main event is the street fight between Les Sex Gods, Jericho and Sammy Guevara versus Kenny Omega and Matt Hardy. Before I talk about Matt Hardy, let's talk about what's happened when Jericho was going to the ring. Of course, he's been targeting Pineapple Pete for the past couple weeks, and Pineapple Pete tried to strike Jericho, and they got into a back and forth confront. And this sets up a match between Jericho and Pineapple Pete next week, which I can't wait to see. Most likely going to be a squash match, but we'll be seeing with that. Other than that, let's talk about Matt Hardy. As you guys know, this is Matt Hardy's in-ring debut with AEW, and what a way for him to make his debut. Teaming alongside Kenny Omega to face Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho in a street fight. Epic, classic, awesome match. Of course, we got to see all 3 versions of Hardy when it came down to Broken, a regular side of Matt, and Damascus. And of course, there was a lot of great action between all 4 guys, including Jake Hager, who got in the way. Of course, Hager pulled out the ref when Matt Hardy jumped from the ladder onto Sammy Guevara, who was on tables. And later on during the match, it got taken from the ring to the outside, where they stuck Hardy inside of a freezer or an ice chest, whatever you guys like to call it. And that's when Damascus came out. But of course, there was a lot of great action, a lot of great use of everyday stuff, whether it came down to golf carts, which I loved, ATMs, and even the barricades that they used to throw Hager on. But my favorite one was, of course, the golf carts. When Damascus Matt Hardy came out, he drove the golf cart and ran over not only Jericho, but Sammy Guevara and Sammy got hit hard. Let me tell you that. It was insane. He was down for a good while. And of course, Matt Hardy brought over Jericho so they can use a forklift to jump on some tables. But Hager comes back, attacks Hardy, and so does Jericho. And Kenny Omega's already at the way top. So what do you do from that point? You hit a moonsault on top of all three competitors, which was crazy. I can't believe that happened. Of course, the finish of the match. Here comes Santana Ortiz with a sneak attack. They triple powerbomb Hardy onto the tables, and Jericho hits a powerbomb on top of the golf cart onto Kenny Omega, then rolls him over out of the ring, or out of the golf cart, and hits the Judas effect on Omega to get the win. And I love the ending because in the background you can see the stadium and where the Triton is, it reads Inner Circle. And I thought that was really good use of the field itself and of that part. And it ends the whole thing off with them flipping off the screen and JR saying, "This is the road to Double or Nothing." And this match was epic. And see this go on and have this one live was amazing and awesome. And I can't wait to see what Matt Hardy does within this company. More to come with him. And what's going to happen next between Les Sex Gods, with the Inner Circle, and of course with Matt Hardy and the Elite. I can't wait to see that. I am totally speechless on that last part. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching this episode of my review. And of course, I'm going to be giving this a rating between 1 to 10. And this one, for the second week in a row, I'm giving this episode a 10. And AEW Dynamite's just killing it. And that's why these guys are signed till 2023. Because they bring some great action. And they sign some great people to this company. And I can't wait to see more of it. Again, thank you guys for watching this one. I hope you like it. Like it down below. Subscribe. Comment down below. And I will be answering everything you guys got. Other than that, I'd like to say thank you again. And until next time, guys, I'll see you soon.